Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm Jennifer and I'm going to guide you through a short morning asana practice followed by a 5-minute meditation. This video is perfect to get the mind and body functioning on a higher plane and ready to combat any stress and just setting you up with an amazing, positive day. You won't need anything except your beautiful morning self, and I will meet you on the mat. We're going to start in Sukhasana. So with your legs crossed the best you can, go ahead and pull the meat away from the sitting bones to get nice and grounded into your mat. And we're going to start off with some side stretches. So putting your right hand on the ground, reach the left arm up as you inhale, lengthening the side of the body, and as you exhale, lean to the right. Opening up the side ribs. Be sure that your chest is open. Take 3 really good breaths here. You can keep the eyes closed just to have an inward focus. Reach through the fingertips. Ground through the left sitting bone. Last breath. And as you exhale, come back to center. And we'll do the other side. Left hand stays. Inhale as you reach up. Lean to the left. Inhale. And exhale, grounding that right sitting bone, reaching through the right fingertips, feeling the right side of the body expanding and opening. One more breath. And as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale as you reach the arms up. And as you exhale, see if you can just fold forward, hinging at the hips. Weighted down through the sitting bones. Nice long spine here. Reaching out through the crown of the head and down through the tailbone. And we're just going to walk the hands to the right. Reaching your forehead towards the knee. It's okay if it doesn't get there. And feel that stretch in the lower left side of your back, in the lower quadrants of the back. Inhale, walk the hands to the left. Exhale, coming down. Stretching the lower right side of the back now. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. One more. And then walk the hands back to center. Walk the hands back towards the body, and we're going to come to our knees for a moment. You can have the toes curled under or the tops of the feet flat on the mat, and we're just going to bring the hands to the heart for just a moment. Take a nice deep breath in and set an intention for yourself for today. Whatever brought you to do your yoga practice this morning, keep that focus. Go ahead and come to your knees, and we're going to curl the toes under just to get a little stretch in the foot. Bring the left leg out to the side, toes facing the ceiling. Right hand is going to rest on the mat. Left arm comes up, reaching again, side body stretch, and have that bicep next to the left ear. So point the toes up to the ceiling so your leg is active. We're not just stretching in yoga, we're also strengthening. You need to have a balance of both, waking up the muscles. We're not going to stay here as long. Take 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, bring that leg in. Come to the other side. Left hand on the mat. Right leg extends out to the side. Toes up to the ceiling. And go ahead and reach. Take 1 more breath. And as you exhale, come back to center. Bring that leg in, and we're going to come to hands and knees to do our Betalasana. So on your hands and knees, and if being on your knees is bothersome, go ahead and just put a blanket underneath the knees, or you can fold your mat over at any time if you're using a mat. Fingers are nice and spread, knees are hip width apart, tops of the feet are on the mat. We're gonna inhale and wake up the spine a little bit. So drop the belly as you inhale, raise the tailbone, lift the chin. We're just gonna do this very slow at first. Take all the time that you need to wake up the spine. And then on your next exhalation, start with the tailbone, curling it under. Push the hands, spread the shoulder blades, drop the head. And then stay here for a moment. Take another breath. Move the shoulders around a little bit. And then on your next inhalation, we're going to dip back down. And now we're going to do this with the pace of your breath. So inhale, drop. Exhale, arch. Inhale, drop. Allow that spine to fall to the front of the body. Lift the chin. Feel a stretch from the abdominals up through the neck. Exhale, arch. Press the hands, press the feet. Push the pelvis towards the front of the body. One more. Inhale, drop. Good. And then go ahead and come back to a tabletop position. We're going to come to a down dog. So just take one palm length forward. Your hands can be a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. Curl the toes under. You want your wrist creases to line up with the front of your mat and really press on the pads of the fingers, the roots of the fingers. Lift the hips up into the air. Draw the ears to the inner arms. And we're just gonna see what we need here. If we need movement, if we need to be still, you decide. But make sure that you breathe so you can walk your dog out here, or you can just be still and wake the mind up. Press the thigh bones up and back, lengthening the spine. Good. Drop the head a little bit, allow the neck to be loose. And then we're going to lift up on the toes and come down, weighted heels towards the mat. It's okay if your heels don't touch the mat. Come up on the toes. Exhale, come down. One more time, up on the toes. And exhale, heavy heels towards the mat. Good, take one more breath here, and then as you exhale, we're coming back to hands and knees. Move the hands so your shoulders are over your wrists. And then we're going to extend this left leg back. Just reach out through the heel. Feel the leg lengthening from the hip socket. And then bring that right foot in between the hands, coming into a lunge. So just a low lunge here. Good. Are you ready to wake up your legs? Now just do the best you can here. Press that right foot nice and hard into the mat. We're going to keep the left toes curled under. Open the chest, broaden the collarbones. Inhale, bring the arms up. Coming into a crescent here. Now this is where it could get tricky, and you just take a few breaths here if you want, or follow me. On your next exhalation, we're going to straighten the back leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale down. Good. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Come back to your hands and knees. Nice job. We're going to do the other side. Left leg comes out behind you. Remember, the foot is flexed. You're kicking through the heel. Nice long leg. And then bring the foot in between the hands for your low lunge. Curl the right toes under. Press the left foot into the mat. All four corners of the feet. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Good. We're going to lift that back knee. So inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Very good. Bring the arms down, come back to hands and knees. And widen the knees, sit on the heels, come in a child's pose for a moment. You can grab the bottoms of the feet. Take a rest. And then bring the hands back to the mat. Push yourself up to hands and knees. We're going to come into down dog again. So one palm length forward, curl the toes under, lift those hip creases up to the ceiling. Walk the feet for just a moment. Keep stretching those calf muscles, waking up the legs. I don't know if you sit down at a desk all day or how much movement you get throughout the day, but opening the hips and getting that circulation going in the legs is really important. So pat yourself on the back for a great start to your day. Bring the right leg up in the air, three-legged dog, nice and long. And then we're gonna bring the knee up to the nose and just keep going and bring that foot in between the hands. Bring it to the top of the mat. We're gonna stay in our high lunge here. Take a moment here to reach through the crown of the head. Good. Press that right foot into the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Return to your down dog. Walk it out a little bit. I don't know about you, but my right leg muscles sure are awake now. Bring the left leg up in the air. Three-legged dog on the other side. Soften the right heel towards the mat. Bring the left knee up to the nose and then just keep going. Bring that left foot in between the hands. We're gonna stay in a high lunge here. We want the foot to be in front of the knee because when we soften the hips down, we don't want the knee to go over the ankle. So take a wide stance here. Lengthen the spine. Press all four corners of the left foot into the mat. And then we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Open up those arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Good. Bring it down to the mat. Left leg back. Down dog one more time, and then we can meet each other in child's pose if you're not there already. Bring the knees down to the mat. Sit on the heels, uncurl the toes, rest the forehead onto the mat and breathe. Let's just take another breath here, and as you take that breath, just notice any sensations you're feeling in your body. Notice the breath. Notice the beating of the heart. And just pay attention to where your mind is right now. And if it's somewhere else, try to bring it back into the moment on your mat. We're going to bring the hands back to the mat. So we have just a couple more things before we do our meditation. So go ahead and walk the hands up. Draw the shoulder blades together and down towards the tailbone. You can rest the hands onto the thighs. And we're going to look over the right shoulder. And we're just going to give the neck a stretch here. So keep the chin to the chest. Don't move anything except the neck and the head. And take your time until you roll over, looking over the left shoulder. And we'll come back the other way. Really being sure that you're stretching the whole back of the neck. And wherever you may feel some tightness or where you feel stuck, just stop there and give your neck a moment. Listen to your body. We'll go one more time and end up on the left side. And then bring the head back to center. And then we're going to come back to hands and knees for just one more time. And just stretch the wrists a little bit. Take the tops of the hand, press it onto the mat, bringing the fingertips towards the knees. Still breathing, find your breath here. Maybe you feel a stretch in the forearm. It's cleansing the nerves. in the arms and the hand. Maybe you'll be using your hands a lot today, maybe you won't. Other side. Top of the left hand, fingers facing towards the knee. Only do what feels good for you. If this is not comfortable, you can just do wrist circles. Just moving the joints around. And then we're going to take palm forward and bring the hips close to the mat, and then to the right side of the mat, the back, and then the left. And we're just going to do a few big circles, making that more of a smooth movement. Just opening up the hips a little more here. The next time you come to the front of the mat, reverse, going in the other direction. Really trying to hit all points. So really moving the pelvis around. One more time. Breathing as you do it. And then come back to center. We are going to follow this up with our morning meditation. Now that we've moved our body a little bit, you can come back to easy pose. Now, if you would prefer to do half lotus or full lotus, you can take one of your feet and place it on the opposite thigh. Full lotus would be doing that with both feet, but only do what your body is allowing you to do this morning. Maybe your hips are feeling nice and open after that asana practice. So once you've got those sitting bones grounded, we're going to take a few deep breaths here. So inhale, reach the arms up. Palms together, exhale, hands in front of the heart. Again, inhale. Reach as far as you can. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Palms together. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. And then we can just rest our hands, palms facing up on the thighs. Nice tall spine. Having the pelvis tilted forward, that will help lengthen the spine so you're comfortable. Shoulder blades come together and down. Nice long neck. And then you can have your eyes closed or just have a soft gaze on the floor. And just notice your breath for a moment. Breathing gently in through the nose. And then I want you to begin counting to 5. Breathing in for 5. And then out for 5, counting in your head. Taking the fullest inhalation you can take. And then a slow, purposeful exhale. And wherever you are with your counting, finish up your round of counting. And go back to a regular, even breath. We're not going to try and empty the mind. We're just observing what the mind releases. And we're looking at it objectively, without judgment. And if your mind wanders, just return to the counting of the inhalations and the exhalations. And we will sit here for a total of 5 minutes. Nice deep breath in. And let it out with the mouth open. One more time, breathe in nice and deep. Completely exhale. Slowly open the eyes. Bring your hands to your heart center. Thank you for letting me guide you today. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.